So we want to start our class on Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is one of the most powerful Microsoft packages ever. It's used to design database systems for schools, banks, organizations, though the database that you can design with Microsoft Access has limitation when compared to Microsoft MySQL or Oracle. So but at a beginner's level, Microsoft Access is one of the most powerful database development app that one can use to learn and practice, to learn exactly how database work, how to make one, and how to manage one. So we want to dive in straight to the class. Click on your start button, type Access, or if you can also type Microsoft Access. This is it, and open it. It is very fast in loading and has just few options if you want to design. If you are working on Microsoft Access 2007, you will notice that you have numerous templates to choose from. But right here in 2016 version, it only have two options. First is choose from a blank database, that's design a blank desktop database, or the second is design a custom web app, a customized online app. This is mind-blowing. You can design an app from Microsoft Access, but not really the kind of app you're there imagining, like the ones they design with Android operating systems and Windows operating systems. This is just an app that is very limited from Microsoft Access that works like a database. So don't overrate that. So let's go straight to design a database using a blank Access database page. So you click on it. The first that will appear is that you should type a name for your database, and you click on the create button. The name of my database is ABC College Enugu. That's the name of my database, and it's asking me to create. Before you do create, please make sure you know the location where you are storing this. If you are not sure of the location, written underneath here is saying that it's going to be stored on Pascal Arenas TV/documents. If that is not what you want, click on this folder and then locate your document folder and click OK. If you really want to store it in your document folder. If not, store it in your hard drive, flash drive, or your cloud account, wherever you want. That's your business. So now click on create the database. Please wait patiently. This is what we have. We have a very big spreadsheet. At default, it has issued us an ID. We call it the primary key ID, and automatically it has created a first table of the database. Okay, so seeing this will prompt us to ask what next to do. Before we move on to what we should do next, I want to explain something. We have two different kinds of database. The first is an unrelational database, a database that has just one simple table, only one table. It doesn't have any other table linked to it. And the second is a relational database which has many tables from 2 and above. What it means is that the tables found inside the database are all connected to each other. How do I mean? Please take for example that we are working on a database for a school like this, Queen's College Enugu. This is the name of the database, and then in this Queen's College they want to have a form, a registration form for all their students. So we call it the students table. So these registration forms will be compiled into the table for students. Then we also have another area where they register all their staff. So we have the staff table, And they will also want to register all the exams, and then the payroll, how they pay their staffs and how much they pay them, plus their account. We also want to have a table for them where they clock in and clock out. Attendance table. That is for staff, and also is similar for students too. So we now have staff attendance table, and then students attendance table. So this is what we have here. If you can count, you will notice that we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables, all found inside this database, Queen's College Enugu's database. So in a situation like this, we have a 100% relational database because it has more than one table and all the tables are connected. For example, the student's attendance table cannot be independent. It cannot stay on its own without being linked to registered students, because it's only the registered students that they keep their attendance. So how possible is it that the attendance table will be there when there's no student that is registered on the software? So it's not possible. So we have first of all to create a student form, registration form, create a table that will accept those registration form, data from the registration form, and then when that has been achieved, the students can now log in and then clock in to their attendance sheet or clock out. So this is what we mean by a relational database system. Then a non-relational database system, you just say a database that have only one table like this, only one table just like this. It doesn't have any other table linked to it. That is simple. But anything apart from that is a relational database. So now let's move back to our Microsoft Access. This is it. We have just one table. We want to create a simple unrelational database. The first you should ask yourself is, what are we going to put after this ID? The ID there is the primary key, and it serves as the registration number automatically generated for each student file. This ID does not reoccur, like the numbers does not repeat itself forever. It keeps on increasing, and anyone that is lost forever. So how do we do that? We now go straight here and click here to type our next field. Before you do type your next field, please click here to add a field. The next field we want to add is the one that we'll call student's name or name of student. This text field has to belong to a field set. Do you know what we mean by a field set? Field set is simply the question or the phrase that you want, let's just say the question that you are asking the student to provide an answer to it. A question that you are asking the person that will use the form to provide an answer to it. For example, I say, what is your name? I'm asking you for your name. The form says you should put your name. So type your name as Chidema. Your sex, your gender. Tell us your sex, whether male or female. That is a field. So we need to choose our form field, and these form fields are grouped into several data types. You can use your pen and paper to jot down what I'm saying, because I'm not ready to start typing it. Typing it will make this class look like we are on a theory class, which we are far from being on a theory class. So type it, write down what I'm saying. So we said we need a data type to create this field from. A field, like let's say, what is your name? I'm asking you for your name, belongs to a data type that accepts only alphabets. Why? Because nobody's name comes with numbers. So only alphabets are required. Then that's why we have this data type that is called rich text right here. Good, beautiful, well formatted text. We also have another data type that looks like that. Long text. Long text is when you ask someone, please can you describe yourself briefly? You want the person to tell you more about himself,